Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys more Marvel Champions content. Today, I'm going to be taking Black Panther Shuri up against the inevitable Unus. I am pretty stoked about it. I haven't played Unus much in a long time, actually. It's been over a year or so. And of course, Black Panther Shuri is a new character for me. It took me a long time to pick her up, and so I'm testing her out. My goal is to use a leadership build to bring out the Dormelage. So we'll see how that plays out for me. I've played a couple of times just to kind of get myself familiar with Black Panther, and it's a little bit of a different character for me. So I'm excited to keep learning her some more. Hopefully, things will go well in this match. Anyhow, let's jump on down to the table and check things out. Hey everybody, welcome down to the table. This is the moment where I just ask you guys to just take a moment to possibly hit that subscribe button. If you're enjoying this content and you've been watching me for a while and you're like, these guys some cool stuff, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. It helps me to grow. I'm trying to reach 300 followers or subscribers. Also, I would really greatly appreciate it if you left me a comment and just talk to me about what you thought about the deck or what you're doing in Marvel Champions right now or anything else that just comes to mind. Last, but certainly not least, a like goes a long way, or be kind and just share the channel with your friends because they may enjoy this content as well, especially if you are. I did forget to mention up top that this is a CE 1.7 or a current environment 1.7 deck. So that might be part of the reason why I may be struggling a little bit as I'm learning her because she doesn't have access to all the cool things that she would normally have access to. But hopefully this game will work out pretty well. I'm pretty excited about it. She's got some really cool potential, and I'm just learning how she functions. So let's jump right down to it and see how it goes. First things first, we do have 4 threat here. Part of the setup is getting an encounter card. We will flip up, and there's no threat on the main. Draw into our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Gosh, I have shuffled several times. We do want the Dormelage pretty quickly. Strength is going to be helpful here. I like Okoye a lot. Get her on the table this fast, though, is pretty wild. Triskellion's going to be a good one. Command team can wait. And I feel like I can make the call for Io pretty easily. Let's hold on to Okoye. See what if we get another double, be able to get her down. Another command team, and I make the call. Okay. What a wild way to start the game. Did not expect that. Thought I'd see more Shuri cards, but that is okay. Whew. We do need to be able to deal with threat pretty quickly. Let's exhaust Shuri. Search your deck for a Black Panther tech upgrade. Play it, reducing the cost by 2. I like the beads quite a bit. These cards are really close together that I didn't expect them to be. We're going to move them around a little bit. Claws are pretty cool because you can do 2 damage to an enemy. The beads let me do more threat removal in the long term. And can give me confused as I need to. So, go ahead and do that. Kind of a neat deal. I'm curious how she does in like a protection resource build. Repurpose build, excuse me, not resource. I bet she could be pretty fun in a build like that. So we got that shuffled up there. Hopefully those inspireds aren't sitting next to each other. All right. Well, we can get the Dormilage down for free because we're Wakandan. Might as well. Let's go ahead and put that there. Out of the way. And then we could get Okoye on the table and hold on to Triskelion for next turn. Triskelion is not necessary. They get Triskelion down and discard Okoye and try to make the call for her later. If I make the call, I could definitely pull in Ao. Let's get Okoye on the table. I think she's going to be exciting for me. So, it's going to cost me all these cards here. We'll hold on to Triskelion. Okay. A sip of coffee here. I'm already exhausted, so even if I flip up, he's going to start attacking me. I could stay down and keep building. And I think we're starting off with some okay stuff. So let's go ahead and exhaust the Dormilage. Kick off Okoye special on her. So now she's a 3/3. And we'll go ahead and exhaust her. Get her down to 1. Get that down to 1. I think that's a good start to the game. I don't think I want to flip up. I'm going to test this out. There's no point. If I'm already exhausted, there's no real point to flip up. Unless I'm planning on defending and using the mono beads. But I get the benefit of an extra card being down, plus the benefit of setting up another item. Let's just see how that goes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh, that is some interesting stuff. The good news is Akina is here. We also have Triskelion. We also have On the Prowl. And so we've got some choices we can make. Let's go ahead and get the threat up to 1. That goes up to 2. Unus is going to scheme for 2 plus a boost. 2, 5. So we're at 6 here. That is relatively annoying, but manageable. And then we get 1 encounter card. All right. Flip up. Attach to an infinite minion. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. No minions are out. Hunted. All 3 action. Discard this card from your hand. Discard a card from your hand. Discard this card. Okay. Well, that's good, because we got that in the house. We can deal with that while we're down. Under Fire. I'm going to reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Okay, right off the bat here. Following the week, we're going to reveal place 4 threat on Gene Pool. So this gets up to 6. Okay. And then we got a Surge as well, so nowhere is safe. Place in pursuit counter pursued by the past. We all know this one. It's one that comes up quite a bit. Then, if it has any counters on it, discard an upgrade or support you control. Well, this is why we run Frontline Organization, which we don't have out right now. The only one that I want to get rid of, the Dormilage is just too nice right now. This one can come back pretty easy. So, there's that. Okay. So we are now on my turn. What do we want to do now that we see what's happening here? For sure want to remove some threats. That's going to cost me 2. Then need to discard a card. Yep, so we're going to have to discard a card. Let's get Triskelion on the table. I think it's going to be a future benefit card. Discard this card. Get rid of Hunted, which isn't probably that terrible. But with the amount of encounter cards I just drew right at the beginning of this game, just rough. So, means we'll spin these 2 when we flip up. All right, so search your deck for a Black Panther or take upgrade and play it, reducing its resource cost by 2. Okay, so I cannot search my discard pile. So let's see. Spider Bites deals 1 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. You may discard it to get him stunned, which is kind of nice. Those Inspired's got right next to each other again somehow. Isn't that wild? I have just two in the deck, so that. Panther Claws, I can do 2 damage to an enemy. May discard this card. Deal 3 additional damage. If you do, this attack gains piercing, which will let me cut through the tough and do 5 points of damage. If I decide to go that route, this one lets me move damage around, which is kind of nice. For now, let's do Spider Bites. Trying to get better about shuffling on screen too. So now you may be looking at me like, why would you do that? I mean, A, getting my cards out on the table. B, thinning my deck out a little bit and get access to some other stuff. All right. So the exhaust Shuri, let's go ahead and flip up because we cannot stay down for another large scheme like that. We've got to take care of it. And Gene Pool needs to be taken care of as well. So, spin 2. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. Resolve the special ability on one of Black Panther's upgrades you control. Alright. So, he's got Retaliate 1 right now. This does not function as an attack, which is nice. It just does a damage. So, that is pretty cool. We'll go ahead and clear 3 threat off of Gene Pool. Because you really don't want that to build up. And then we will pop, not pop it, but deal 1 damage with Spider Bites. The clear is tough. Is helpful. Doesn't gain Retaliate 1. Okoye is going to go ahead and... Oh, nope. So Malage is going to pop off. To heal Okoye, make her 3-3. Okoye will then go here and clear 3 threat from the main. Alright, let's hope we get some better draws here because it's been a wild ride so far. We have lost our make the calls, so being able to get the rest of the Malage out is going to be tough. It looks like we're going to be able to start doing a few things. The defending here is probably going to be our key event until we get a little more set up. But we'll see how it goes. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Aja Donna is probably my new favorite card. Queen is great as well. Both fantastic cards for her to get down. And the energy is nice to have too. White Wolf, I'm tempted to face the past. Very tempted to face the past. This may not be a bad time to face the past too. So, see how this plays out. Threat goes up by 1 on both these schemes. Unus is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. Do I take the hit? I think so. So 2. Yeah. Choose either place 2 threat on Gene Pool, or the activating enemy gets +2 attack for this activation. He's just attacking for 4. Let's just do that. I can take 4 points of damage. And then we will take a counter card. Oh, good. Drawing near. Okay, may mean that we need to flip down. Okay. It is my turn, so draw near pops off. We get 1. That sucks. We get 1 on Pursued by the Past. Paul himself is not terrible. But if I'm going to flip down, I really am going to want to take out a good chunk of Steam in general. I do face the past right now. I think Claw is going to be more of a pain than a help. So I can get White Wolf down. White Wolf would do 2 to Claw. So you could do 2, and I can take him out with Black Panther. But I feel like then that would just be focusing on getting rid of Claw to draw 3 cards. We just discarded our Thwart card that's really helpful. I think I'm going to hold off on Face the Past and wait till later in the game when I have a little more better control of the board. Even though Claw himself is not terrible, I don't think it's the right time to play that card. So, that being the case, I think getting White Wolf on the table is going to be helpful, and getting Aja Adana. Queen is going to be nice, though, since I am flipping down. Then I can use her to recover. These 4 cards are helpful. Makes me want to play Face Pass so I can get them out. Then we really have to focus on getting rid of Claw. But I might draw into my attack event. And we know we can take out Claw. So we won't be able to do much threat. So we might draw into our attack event, though. That's something that we're willing to risk. I think so. Here we go. Face the past. Let's find Claw. Get him out. Just annoying. If we clear him, I think we'll be okay. Let's see. Cannot attack the villain this phase. Alright. Remove this card from the game. We had to draw 3 cards too, right? Yep. 1, 2, T'Challa, 3. Oh my gosh, and sidekick. That is so wild. Okay. My gosh. Okay. And that makes some difference here. We are for sure going to spend Suit Up. Play Aja Adana. And we use the Aja Adana to shuffle our Thwart event back into our deck. For now, I think that's the only real one. We have the Kamoyo beads. I think having this is going to be more helpful in the long term. Good card. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the T'Challa line this round, unfortunately. Getting the queen down is going to be nice, and then we'll get White Wolf out there. So we'll use Sidekick, get the queen down. Then we'll use T'Challa and Black Panther, T'Challa, and that to get White Wolf onto the table. The drawing near is just going to be a factor we're just going to have to deal with. I unfortunately feel like. So, here's the fun part, right? I'm going to get to clear 2 threat. I could have done that as well. That's okay, though. I'm going to get to clear 2 threat for sure. Plus do an extra point of damage. We'll be able to take out Claw, no problem. Didn't I use Okoye last time? She would have gone down to 2. Yeah, I ended up using her. She would have gone down to 2. So, for Milage, we'll heal here for 1. She will get the 1/1 stat line because of her special. Oh, she can't activate her own special, can she? The basic power, resolve the special ability on another Dormilage ally. Okay. Not terrible. So, she will go ahead and attack Claw for us. Do 3 points of damage to Claw. And then White Wolf will also attack Claw, taking no consequential damage. Ooh, threat goes up by 1 here, though, if I do that. Fine. And then it's Claw down to 1. Black Panther will go ahead and thwart for 2 off the main, getting it down to 3. I mean, Gene Pool's going to be a pain later. I think we'll be able to come back and manage that, hopefully. And then her special Spider Bites will pop off, and that 1 damage to Claw there. So it worked out there long term. Still didn't get to take care of that. We do need to go ahead and flip down, though. While we're down, we will pop the queen and heal her for 4, getting her back to 11. And we'll draw 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hope for the best here. Let's see. Vibranium, Panther Claws, Clawed Strike. Nice. Elephant Trunk. Also nice. And Wakanda Forever. Okay. Interesting. Ready everything back up. Threat's going to go up by 1 here. And here. He's going to scheme for 2. After his activation, place from pursuit, counter pursued by the past. Oh, good. So we're going to have to deal with Claw pretty quickly. All right. And we have... Shoot. Place from pursuit, counter pursued by the past, which is actually a wild thing to think about. Okay, so we got up to 4 here. So it does kick off pursued by the past. Dealt with Claw already once. Does come back out. He's going to have a couple more cards that get shuffled in. But music comes out as well. Is there room for music right here? I think we can scoot that over just to have music there. Then this also comes out. So lots to consider. The news is if you take that out, music also disappears. Clearing the threat may be a good priority, which is possible. It'll be Claw we have to contend with, and Unus. So, all right. Drawing near takes away a team building exercise. One thing there. Get rid of drawing near. We're gonna have to discard a card, a identity specific card. Let's get Elephant's Trunk on the table because that draws us cards. Genius, Elephant's Trunk. I think from there we decide what we want to do. Exhaust Elephant's Trunk and up to 2 other Wakanda allies or supports you control. Do that. So don't really want to. They can at least draw 2 more cards. Do I have any other supports in here? Not necessarily. Don't want to do it to that because I'm going to need it. Need her. Like to use him. Right now, it's just going to be Elephant's Trunk and the Queen because I don't need the Queen right now. Before I do that, Aja Adana, who we could send T'Challa back in. Or the Kamoyo bead. Man, that's some tough choices. I like the idea of the bead. Send that back in. Shuffle that into the deck. Sure that I'm following the rules. Then, Shuri will, if I exhaust her, I was hoping you may need to use her to clear threat, so let's consider our options here. We do have a Clawed Strike, which is nice. I think I want her to clear threat, though, but getting the Clawed Strike is out still helpful. The way. But, clears threat. We'll be able to clear 4 threat if we get the bead out. Oh, no, she won't. She'll be able to clear 2 threat if we get the bead out. 1 threat? Yeah, 2 threat if I use Wakanda forever. I'm going to be able to clear 2 threat anyways. So. We'll be able to take out Claw, though. We play cards right. We really want to kind of get Gene Pool down if we can. We also need to get rid of music manipulation. So. And we need to try to get rid of John Muir. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we draw first. Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay. Power on all of us is not helpful right now. Suit up is not helpful either. That's what I was trying to. I could get. Yeah, neither one of those are helpful right now. Okay. Thinking we spend that, but that leaves us with Wakanda forever. Be nice to be able to use. All right. It's going to be weird, right? We're going to discard Wakanda forever. Get rid of drawing nearer. That card will come back. We're not quite built up for it anyways. We will then bend the vibranium to get Panther claws onto the table. Another option of things that can happen. We're not going to look for the beads. We're going to go ahead and flip up. I think the biggest threat right now is this. So, let's do spin 2. Play Clawed Strike. Do 4 points of damage to Claw. Then we'll use the Panther Claws to deal 2 damage to an enemy. Take out Claw. Next, Dromalage will heal Okoye. Will then in turn have a 3/3 stat line. She will clear 3 threat off of here, leaving it down to 2. We'll go ahead and use White Wolf and get him down to 1 health. He will clear 2 threat off of this. That took care of that. I still haven't done any damage here. Feels wild. Question is, we deal with the main. Really not that bad right now. I think we do 2 off of Gene Pool. And then we will use Spider Bite. Just ping a damage on Unus. And I don't get retaliate damage for that. Because that is awesome. So, alright. That is all my actions. Let's ready up. I feel like I'm getting a little more control here. We'll find out, right? Drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and music should be gone too. Okay. We got an Inspired, which we can put on Okoye, which is great. We got a Clawed Strike, which is nice because I can do some pretty decent damage to Unus if I get the threat down. Vibranium, good. Front Organization, which is helpful, and the Kimoyo Beads. So we've got some things we can do. Sweet. I did clear 2 threats, so yeah, we just had to ready Okoye. Alright. First things first. Threat goes up to 5 and 4. Unus is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Back down to 7. Then we get an encounter card. Master Plan. Place 4 threat on a side scheme. This is going to be annoying here. Now is at 8. So that's going to be our highest priority and scheme to deal with. Okay. My turn. Front Organization is nice. Will be a, well, you never know. You never know what they're going to draw run. So let's get that down. Help protect us from losing something else, because now we're starting to build out pretty well. We'll spend, which feels so weird. We either get the beads down or do we attack? And I think getting an attack on would be awesome. If I get the Inspired on Okoye, it'll become a 4/4. Well, then this will get this back down to 4. And then I can clear 2 threat off of here as well. To get him below the retaliate nonsense. Do 6 points of damage to him. 8 if I trust here, and then we just got to hope that that doesn't go out of whack, which I don't think it will. So we will spin the Kimoyo beads to inspire Koye. We will then Storm Millage to make her a 4/4. Use up to 3 health. He clears 4 threat off here for us to get it down to 4. So good. We ourselves will then clear 2 threat off of Gene Pool, get it down to 2. We'll use Spider Bite or Panther Claw. That's fun. Panther Claw. Then we will do Vibranium. Play for Clawed Strike. Let's us deal 4 more points of damage. Down to 8. And then we'll go ahead and do another 2 with Black Panther Claws. Gets them down to 6. Now it feels like we're moving. That was fun. Okay. We need the Adana to go back in as well. What cards do we have to send back in? Vibranium. I don't really think we need Vibranium in the deck right now. We do have 2 Vibraniums out here. Genius Energy. Is Strength still in the deck? Nope, Strength is out too. So getting a double in the deck isn't a bad deal. Don't know what else I have in here. Either way, we're getting 2 encounter cards this next turn. Getting a Clawed Strike back in would be fun. Am I out on spending a few things. So let's get Claude Strike back in here. No, we have a threat removal card in here, don't we? Yes. So let's do Vibranium. There we go. Okay. We'll have 2 attack with White Wolf. We'll get this up to 6. Gets him down to 4. Nice, because we don't have to worry about retaliate damage. Anything else I can do on this turn? Do I want to flip down? I don't, because the scheme is too high for me to contend with if I flip down. So we can stay up. Draw to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get an encounter card. Shuffle our deck. Okay. Our deck is thinned out quite a bit. Feels good. Let's see what we have in our hands here. Got Helicarrier, which is nice. On the Prowl, which I think was going to be helpful. Inspired. We can put on White Wolf, which is ridiculous. Vibranium, and then the Vibranium suit. So we've got some play lines here this next turn. Threat's going to go up by 1. Unus is going to attack for 2 plus a boost. We will go ahead and defend. 2. You are stunned. That sucks. Okay. Not the worst thing that could have happened. I can actually get that cleared by doing Panther Claws as my special for defending. Cool. He attacked for 2, so I defended for 2, so I took no points of damage. Awesome. And then we get another encounter card, so we have 2 encounter cards to contend with here. This is going to make or break what happens next. Infinite Soldier Guard, so we have to deal with him before we can even attack Unus anymore. That is possible. And then Endless Ranks. When defeated, place 3 threat on G Pool. Okay, but that otherwise runs up the main, so all possible play lines here. Okay. Not a problem. Okay. What do we want to do? If we flip down now, it's going to be too much of a problem. So I need some coffee. I think we need to deal with some of the side scheme stuff and deal with the main. So we have to hold off on attacking Unus just for a turn, and that is okay. Do I want to get Helicarrier down, or can I wait another round or so for Helicarrier to come back out? Been managing okay without it. And then I won't be able to play anything else if I do. So, no, I will, because Helicarrier will be down. Don't really need a Vibranium suit. I would like to get the Inspired on White Wolf, because I think that could be fun. So I think we will spend the suit. We can always shuffle back in to get Inspired on White Wolf. Now he's a 3/3. Oh, I had quick strike, so I would have taken 2 points of damage. Okay. We may want to try to get the main taken care of some here to be able to flip down and heal. So. All right. Hold on to helicarrier then. Use the vibranium. Play on the prowl. Move 3 threat from a scheme. Down to 4. If it goes up by 2 once it's cleared, that's not a terrible thing. We can come back and deal with this the next turn. So I think Dormelage into Koye would have healed, come back down to 2. You can clear 4 threat off the main. White Wolf will attack, take out the Infinite Soldier. Put 1 threat back on the main. With Helicarrier, I think I'm safe enough to flip down. Already exhausted. We're going to go ahead and heal damage from Alter Ego, and then get up to 9. Aja Donna. Shuffle the Vibranium back into the deck. Now we're getting thinner on the deck. We may not need the Vibranium. In there. Have Helicarrier still. I have no other black Wakanda things to. But Elephant Trunk can still exhaust to draw me a card. We'll see what we draw. A command team. Okay. Which is super wild, actually. So. All right. Ready everything back up. I think we will dump. We have a second command team in there, so we'll dump the command team for now. Helicarrier. Got so many resources and stuff. I kind of feel like I don't need it, but we're going to hold on to it for here because it never hurts to have it in play once I can get it in play. Makes me wonder if putting in a build support would have been nice into this deck. With all the things that are going on right now, it's not very easy. So, 3. So it goes up by 2. In a scheme for 2, 5. We're at 8. Counter card is when revealed, Unus activates. Oh, and this should be a revealed. Unus activates against you. If any amount of this, Unus gains a tough status card. Okay, so it gets a tough. Gonna scheme, and let's just hope we don't over scheme here. 2, 3, and that is game. Oh my gosh, really? Yep, 8. We were at 3 because we had 0 threat on the scheme. Right now we had 1 threat on the scheme. 2 plus 5 is 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then another 3 threat on the main. Really, that was just bad luck. I don't know if I could have played this any different. I am satisfied with how this game went. I did lose, but I think I learned a lot about the current environment in general, and learned a lot about Wakanda. I think she plays really well. I think Unus is just got out of whack, and then the game just got away from me. But even then, like, there was no way I could control one encounter card. If this encounter card had no idea it was in the deck. For one, I haven't played Unus that much. For two, man, there's like nothing you could do about that. An 11 threat on a scheme seems like, oh yeah, that's manageable. I mean, honestly, if he'd even just gotten 2 threat, we would have been like on the threshold, but we could have come back from that. So we were built to handle stupid amount of problems. We were getting at a point where it was getting ridiculous. We could have gotten a command team down. What did we didn't even get a chance to see what our hand was next. We drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we probably would have focused on trying to get T'Challa down or Akina, and we would have started really wrecking some stuff too. So, did we make a bad play line? I don't think so. I think we were doing well. I think we just couldn't keep up with the nonsense that Unus had going on. And face the past, I don't think it hurt us. I think it helped us, but the getting Claw out and having to focus on Claw twice was a lot. So I really do like White Wolf. I think he's got great potential, but I can see why I haven't seen him run a lot because of the constant placing 1 threat on the main is a lot. And that is cost. So, but could have done well, continue to do well, especially with the Dormelage package just sitting there. He gets the benefit of this too if no other Wakandans are out there. Okoye and the Dormelage card together is a stupid good combo. Love it a lot. Get inspired out there was great. I like Black Panther. I think she's got some cool potential. She's got some cool play lines. I think it would help if I had somebody else with me because I think she wants to build out a little bit. And once she's built out, then she can come in and really wreck shop. And so, not bad. I don't know command teams I would like to have gotten on the table, but I didn't get a chance to. Triskelion was nice to have there, but I couldn't get the rest of the Dormelage package out fast enough. Didn't even get a chance to play Black Panther on the table, which I had a chance, I guess. He really is a strong card, but I had to control the board in different ways. If I had stayed up, he would have been fine. I would have actually just taken damage and been able to keep going. But I wanted to flip down to get healed and get some. Well, I was at 5 health, so first attack I would have taken 3 points of damage. The second attack I would have taken. Well, I would have probably just had White Wolf defend for me and been okay. Then I would have figured out what I wanted to do from there, especially knowing that I had some other allies in my hand. So, but I made the choice, and I think I'm going to stick to what this game is. I'm going to take a loss for this. I'm proud of how I played. I'm proud of how things went. It literally was 1 bad draw for a card. I wish I could have gotten more Dormelage down, but I think we will test that out for another time. Anything else in here? I like the way that she plays to me more efficiently. I think Suit Up I put in here thinking it would be helpful. I I need to find another card to replace that because we are sitting at 40 cards, as well as to make the calls. I wasn't really able to get allies out as fast as I'd like to. So, building exercise is nice for getting some of the Wakanda stuff down. So is Helicarrier. So, if I could have gotten those supports earlier, maybe I would have been able to get them out there. But I was really running pretty well with what I had on the table here. I'm proud how this game ended up. I will take this loss proudly. And good job, Unus, for kicking my butt. It was a crazy ride. So let me know what you guys thought down below. What do you guys think of Black Panther? What cards would you have removed from this deck, and what would you have added? Current environment's a crazy, exciting in a way that it just kind of challenges you to play cards that you haven't played before, and it also kind of forces you into a spot where you're only using a certain amount of cards, which makes designing decks interesting. So encourage you guys to try out current environment. Encourage you guys to let me know what you guys think of Black Panther Shuri. Encourage you guys to test her out. I will probably come back to her later on. Maybe play her off screen with some friends and just kind of get a better idea of how she functions, especially in a multiplayer setting. And I will go from there. But as always, my name is Jason Sketch. Hope you guys had a good time, and next time I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.